loudest venues in the NFL. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now, these two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Well, we have seen some rookie running backs come in and have a big impact year one, and this guy would certainly fit that bill, as that was one heck of a run there. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Carr. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Frank Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. That's into the hands of Edwards. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Open man is Edwards. He's got it. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39.
I do think that sometimes on 3rd and long, many defenders just get caught watching the sticks instead of watching the ball. And the guy who's got it, because here, they just got the ball into the receiver's hands and told him to do it yourself, a little bit of a desperation play. And he was able to take the short throw and turn it into a big gain and a conversion on 3rd down. That's a big pickup.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. To throw his Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
A gain of 6 there on first. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, just keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. And right side, they're going to go option here. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll even avoid the contact in the end as he will finally slide to a halt. A big gain there on 3rd and long. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And now Waller going to have a chance to run this. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Rolling to his left. Catch is made by Hardman. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A big play there for KC. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. This one into the hands of Burton. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a handoff here to his running back. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. These two teams all tied after 1. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 14-7. after the touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much. Do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Now Carr. He hits Adams, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
On 2nd down and 4, Mahomes. This one swung out here to Jones. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Well, he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now this throw caught left side, and they work this well upfield across the 45. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations, quite the accomplishment. It's a jet sweep. This is Renfro. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. On play action, it's Carr. Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Micah Kiser was in on the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Mahomes. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And he will have the Chiefs 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Mahomes now to throw. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. He's going to look deep down the field. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, He's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come. Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Oh, looking for water, but this is intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Now they try the right side here. They're able to push his way through. An anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's got room. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now up to 14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we'll see what they want to do. Just 20 seconds remaining here before the half. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On 2nd and 2, Carr. Open man, that's Renfro. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And Carr gives himself up, but not before he picks up a first down. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout. And they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Carr going to get this to Jacobs. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play there for the Raiders.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Bryan Edwards with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. They'll try and run with Drake. And he's not going to get in as a try for 2 comes up empty. So they will be unable to cut this to a field goal as the differential remains 5. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Finding some room at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 198 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie, Divine Diablo. And the Raiders are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Carr to throw. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Carr going to give it to Jacobs.
And there's a typical run by Josh Jacobs, one where as a defender, you have to make a decision about how you approach him because he's awfully physical with the ball in his hands. 12 touchdowns on the ground last year after 7 as a rookie, and he's a 1,000-yard rusher in each of his first 2 seasons. Wouldn't surprise me with enough touches, he could easily crack the 1,500-yard mark.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime makes had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. So give them 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And to give this time to the tailback. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now here's Mahomes. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They go play action. Now Mahomes steps away. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring it up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might...
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they have to try and move past that pick 6 because now they're dealing with a 4th quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the grab. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Here's Mahomes to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. A 1st down and more for Jacobs. What a spin. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. A big play there for the Raiders. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The ball on the 8. Still could get a 1st down technically. 2nd and 7. Jet sweep. Carr bats it forward. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Carr. And he's got Renfro in the end zone. Touchdown Raiders. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Max Crosby able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw complete there to Smith-Schuster. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Mahomes will throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Mahomes got to have this one. And he comes back with one complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Las Vegas, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they're squarely in play for next year mode now as they drop to 2-11. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.